I am always wrong. You're right. I'm wrong. Fine. Okay. Are you happy now? Assalamu alaikum, guys. How's it going? Today we'll be talking about people who play the victim card, always being the victim, but never the villain. And that's all in their head. So I've had my own personal fair share of people that I've dealt with, and it's not a fun thing to deal with. It's awful. I would never wish this on my worst enemy because it genuinely is so detrimental to your own mental health. Because dealing with someone like this, just know you're always wrong. You're the villain, you're always wrong, you can never do anything right. And that is something so hard to deal with, especially if you're someone who's a people pleaser. Like, that could genuinely crumble your self-esteem to no end. How do you spot someone who is like playing the victim card all the time? Well, they'll exaggerate their problems to no end. They are never the issue. Okay, they can never be wrong. They're never going to take accountability, and just always seeking attention no matter what. They always have a sob story. They're always going to have something that happened to them, poor them. There's always going to be that narrative that makes them feel like a victim. No matter what they say, you're always going to see how they project everything, how they interpret everything to be them as a victim. Okay, they could never do anything wrong. And being with someone like that, whether it's a family member or it's a friend or it's like a romantic partner, it is genuinely gonna suck the life out of you. It is so hard to deal with someone like this. They will always, like, even if you sit down with them, even if you try to be sympathetic towards them and try to understand like what's going on, like what happened, like what's the problem, why are you so worked up about something, and even if you do hear their storyline, even if you do hear them out, you will always find a pattern where they were the issue and never the victim. And it was them who caused their downfall. It's their actions, their words, and literally everything they did to lead them to the situation where they are, lead them to the problem they landed themselves into. It's because of what they do rather than what people do to them. But somehow they still have the mentality to play the victim card. It is honestly, to an extent, a talent, because genuinely, like, these people are always so, and the funny thing is, they don't realize what they're doing. Like, they genuinely believe wholeheartedly that they are the victim. They just live their life going on with this mentality that I am the victim here. I have been wrong. People wrong me. It is me. Poor me. And they believe this so wholeheartedly that no matter what you do, no matter how many conversations you try to have, no matter how you try to explain to them or break down what their fault was, they're never going to see it. They're never going to see their fault. It's never them. It's always you. And you just have to accept that fact and move on, because honestly, there's no getting past this. There's no way you can ever get past someone like this. And the worst thing is, like, even if you do sit down with them or try to explain them how they did something that hurt you, even if you do try to like explain to them that, hey, your X, Y, and Z actions made me feel some sort of way and I did not like it, and if you expect them to take accountability, oh boy, you're mistaken. Because you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna pull out a sob story, or they're gonna deflect. And how are they gonna deflect? Hiba, please, like, okay, fine, like, you know what, you're right, I am always wrong, you're right, I'm wrong, fine, okay, are you happy now? And do you see my delivery? That is how they're gonna do it. And you obviously you're not gonna be happy with this. Then there's no accountability, there's no acknowledgement of the hurt they caused you. It's just them making it seem like, oh, you know what, fine, like, I will accept this, or if this makes you happy, sure, fine, like, okay, like, it is not a genuine feeling. They genuinely cannot see themselves as ever doing anything wrong. Like, they're always someone who's going through something. They're always someone who's been wronged or lied to or hurt or betrayed. Even though they're doing the same thing to someone else, or it could be you, they're never gonna see it that way. They're just never gonna see it that way. And that is so crazy. That's genuinely the most craziest thing ever. But I'm telling you, when I say this, they're never gonna take accountability. So even if you're hurt by someone like that, just know you have to heal yourself, because there's no accountability. You're never gonna have a sit down chat with them. They're never gonna be able to give you that validation that you hope, or give you that sense of closure that you might look for from someone like this, because they're not going to ever take accountability for what they've done. And it's just going to leave you in this vicious cycle of you trying to approach them and them playing the victim, and then you just apologizing and letting it go, because it's draining. I remember having this experience with someone. I remember it was a friend of mine who did something really wrong to me, and I'm someone who's going to give chances. I'm willingly going to sit down and give you chances. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to give you chances, and I'm going to let you speak before I speak my hurt. I'm going to make sure you listen that, hey, I'm hurt. X, Y, and Z thing did bother me, and I need you to understand that what you did hurt me. Not because I want them to take accountability. I just want to see if they apologize, or if they care, or if they genuinely did not intend to do so, and if they just accidentally did it. Because to be honest, I have no issue cutting off people. Maybe a toxic trait of mine, because I cut off people so easily, but I genuinely have zero level of tolerance for bullshit. Like I cannot put up with it. Like, I'm too old for this, man. I'm just in my 20s, like early 20s, but you know what I mean. Like I mean, we're grown. Come on. Like, I'm in my 20s. I don't have time for games. If you're going to do me wrong and you're going to do it purposely, I am walking away. But that's besides the point. So when I did confront this person, and I did sit down and tell them that, you know, your X, Y, and Z actions hurt me, and I did not like what you did, that felt disrespectful. Do you know what they did? They literally started talking about how my mother abandoned me. My mommy issues triggered me, Hiba. You don't understand.
Like, I don't mean to do it, but you know, it's just my childhood. Like, I just, you know, my mom just left me. And
I'm aware of your trauma because I'm your friend. I'm aware of what you went through because I'm your friend. But when I'm trying to explain to you how you did me wrong, your response to that is, I'm going to talk about my trauma and my pain and my suffering and my sob story. No, you don't do that. You do not do that. When someone is telling you how you did them wrong, you take accountability. You can be a villain in someone's stories, and you have to accept that. I can be the bad guy in someone's stories unintentionally. Like, I would never go around purposely hurting someone. But yes, I can say something or do something to make someone feel hurt. And if that person comes up to me, my response should be, hey, I'm so sorry. That was never my intention. I would never do that purposely. I apologize. I would never do that. I hope I can make it up to you somehow, but please know that it's never my intention to do that. Was that hard? Was that hard? Was that hard to say? No, it wasn't. It wasn't hard to say, but that's the thing. People with victim mentality will never say this to you, will never, ever admit that they've done you wrong. It's always gonna be how you made them do this way, how you triggered their issues, which is why they acted this way. It's never them ever hurting you. It's how the world around them makes them act this way, and how the world around them triggered them, which is why they acted this way. Oh my God, this is making me heated. Like, bro, this is making me angry. This is making me so angry. Whew. So, okay, I needed a moment to calm myself down. Okay, so you may be asking, Hiba, what's the solution? How do we deal with someone like this? Here's the solution. There is no solution. You have to understand, people with victim mentality, they don't seek help. They don't want advices. They don't want solution to their problems. They want an audience. They want people to sit down and watch them suffer, quote unquote suffer. And when they're going through hardship, or when they're going through something, they just want to come to you and rant and vent and complain about how the whole world is against them, how so many people have done them wrong, how they're just the poor victim in every given situation, how their mom, their dad, their friend, their uncle, their aunt, everyone has done them wrong, and poor them, because they could never do anything to receive that treatment. It's just them who's been hurt so many times. And if you hear about someone who's constantly talking about how they have been wronged, how they have been done wrong, just know they are telling other people you've done them wrong as well. Because in their life, in their mindset, they are always the victim. So guess who's the villain? You. Everyone but them. Everyone but them is a villain. They do not want solution to their problems. They want an audience to just enjoy them. They want the attention. They want the validation. They just want people to sit down and, poor you, it must suck. Are you okay? Are you fine? Like, they love this. They love the sympathy. They love the pittiness. They love that attention. They crave it. They literally crave it. So don't give it to them. Don't give it to them. Just walk away. And you have to understand that it is not your job to fix them. It's none of our jobs to fix them. They need special help, you know? They need help from professionals. It's not our job to fix them. We all got a screwed up life. We've all got something that we're all dealing with. And it's not our job to fix other people. Heck, there's so much problems that we have of our own. The last thing we need is to babysit you and your issues. You can go fix them yourself. The only thing you can do in this situation is walk away. I know. Walk away, because there's no helping them. There's no fixing them. No matter how much you love them, no matter how much you love this person could maybe your mom or dad. And if that's the case, I am sorry you have to deal with this. But if that's the case, distance yourself. Distance yourself. Don't try to don't try to receive accountability from them. I know they've done you wrong. I know they're gonna do you wrong. The only thing you can do is distance yourself from them, because honestly, there's no other solution to this problem. They're genuinely never gonna take accountability. They're constantly gonna be doing their thing. And honestly, if you do, if you do try to see their life or try to understand the pattern of their life, you will quickly realize their downfall has always been because their actions. Everything they've ever done, their actions, their choice has led to their own downfall. They are never gonna want solution. They are the problem. They are the problem. There's nothing you can do to fix their life or help them out or get them out of the suffering, so-called suffering they're in, because it's not a situation. It's their mindset that makes them feel like they are the victim. They are trapped. They are being wronged by everyone. No matter what you do, you're never gonna be able to help them. You have to understand this, that misery loves company. And they are miserable. And if they're miserable, they're gonna want you to be miserable as well, which you cannot do. You cannot drop to their level. You cannot constantly be miserable with them. It is draining. It is exhausting. It is literally gonna take the light out of your soul. It's literally gonna suck the life out of you. It's literally gonna suck the life out of you, because genuinely speaking, they're so miserable. They want you to be miserable with them. They want to stay in that misery. They find comfort in being miserable. That is all they've known. They don't want to grow. They don't want to be better people. They don't want to, fix themselves. They don't want to have a better life. They genuinely love being miserable. You let them be miserable. You walk away. You don't join their misery. You don't go down to their level with them. You walk away. Misery loves company, and we're not going to give them that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comment section below what kind of content would you love watching from me. Let me know and I will try my best to deliver. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to subscribe and like this video. But until I see you next time, bye.